I want to talk about making the best out of what you have. So I know we've probably heard the phrase, when life gives you lemons, what would you make? Lemonade or some other things. So what would you make, right? I feel like there are problems and there are solutions in the world. The problems are the lemons, the solutions are what you make. So somebody said lemonade, somebody said lemon souffle. What about pie? Hmm? What about cake? It doesn't have to be food. It could be something like lemon pledge. If you're in a different kind of mood, maybe, Liz Lemon. Whatever it is, the point is you have to get creative with your lemons. So to bring it back to be more personal, I feel like I've had several lemons in my life, and as a creative, I've found ways to solve them. So one, as a kid, I was trying to pretty much hone in on my own style. My mom couldn't afford the clothes I wanted, so what I did, I created my own clothes. For me, and where I grew up in the DC area, it was, fashionable to paint your own clothes. I could paint. I had clothes to paint on. I made it work. I don't know if you can tell, but my oral communication kind of sucked when I was growing up. So I resorted to drawing and photography a lot more. I felt like that was my way of communicating. So as my photos and drawings got better, I needed a place to display these works of art. So, the web was cool. I needed a designer. Couldn't find one. I learned how to make websites myself. After that got better, I wanted to publish my work on more than websites. I wanted to find magazines and whatnot, but I didn't want to wait for somebody to publish my own work, so I knew how to design. I had InDesign, I had a computer. I made two things happen. I also had jobs after that in, designing and laying out. To go on from books and magazines, photography led me into shooting films and short videos. So I pretty much thought that I didn't see anything that I liked in TV, so I made what I wanted to watch. So all of these things were lemons that I pretty much turned into something else. I got creative with what I had. Recently finished reading one of Malcolm Gladwell's books, David and Goliath. And he spoke on having desirable disadvantages, and he pretty much talked about dyslexia as being a disadvantage, but what if it's something that could help you become better at something else? Like if you're having a reading disability, maybe that makes you overcompensate in something else. And he goes on to describe, more people that have disabilities that make up for it in some other form or fashion. Like I said before, my lemon has always been verbal communication. So my way to sweeten that lemon has been through my art, photography, drawing, painting, and through the years it's been, going with the flow. So who knows what's next after film? Just my way of communicating and telling stories. Another quote that I liked from the book was about progress, and he pretty much spoke about the reasonable man adapts himself to the world, and the unreasonable man persists in trying to make the world adapt to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. So, in closing, I feel like life is a lemon tree. You need to make the best out of the fruits it bears. What will you make?